that were there times where maybe you encountered somebody who even gave you prophecy that a baby will come and still the baby was not coming? And how do you handle it?
For the prophecies, I received
A lot
lots of them. Okay.
during that period, right?
During that period, yes. But there was this video that went viral.
Okay.
Okay. It's to do with my conception.
A video went viral.
It went viral.
About you?
About me.
How is that?
And I believe most people have watched the video before. They've watched the video. Because the link was shared almost every time. Friends were sharing the link to me.
Was it a video?
It was a video
on YouTube. Okay.
YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, and this is to do with my friend, my husband's friend. Actually, he's also a prophet.
All right.
He received the prophecy where,
on your behalf,
not on my behalf. It was the prophet was apparently prophesying to him.
Okay.
And our birth challenge came in. Okay. He actually mentioned the wedding gown I wore on my wedding day.
Okay, so what it means is that this prophet that was receiving the prophecy is a close person to you.
He's a close friend to us. However, my wedding day, he wasn't present.
Okay.
But almost the description to how the ambience of the wedding was, that prophet was able to say.
To describe it.
To describe everything.
And you were saying he described your dress you were wearing.
Described my wedding gown. He mentioned my name vividly, my husband's name vividly. And I must say, it's also one of the challenges I faced during that period of waiting. Okay. Why am I saying this? Friends who were pastors, they started sharing the link to us.
Because they know you.
Because they know you.
So when they heard the name, they realized, hey, this is your case.
This is my case.
Okay.
Okay, where the prophet was like, we should come and see him. But the question was...
The prophet that was prophesying, asked that you guys will come and see him.
Should come and see him.
Okay.
Because apparently he believed that my womb had been tied.
Okay.
Which is to do with the prolonged, how my conception had prolonged. It has something to do with that. Okay. Well, I didn't debunk what he said entirely, but the question is, as children of God, did I have the conviction to see him?
Wow. Let me come to you. Okay, you finish what you're saying.
So I showed the link to my husband, and he said, "Oh, he has seen it."
Okay,
you've seen it.
Then the prophecy about you now on YouTube actually went viral.
It went viral.
You showed it to your husband; he had seen it.
He had already seen it.
Then the prophet must come to pass.
So you see, one of the reasons I was saying, one of the reasons I was telling you how blessed I was to have my husband.
Yeah.
Imagine he saw it, but didn't even show it to me to add injuries to the wounds we already faced in the marriage.
Right.
Because he knew God has said it and
surely
do it in his own appointed time. Okay, I had pastor friends who were telling me to go see the man. But the question is, was I convicted? Did I have that conviction in my spirit to see him?
But I mean, if he prophesies, that is enough. He has prophesied. Do you need to go and see him, or did he mention that you have to go? You have to come and see him.
Apparently, that was the antidote to the problem, to see him.
If you don't see him, even though he said all the things he said about you, mention your name and all of that, you'll not be able to give birth to a child.
Apparently, that was his mind.
Okay.
Which is the reason why Bible says, whose report will you believe? Okay. But I thank God so much for the kind of husband. You see, we grow in marriage. I have evolved.
Absolutely.
In the marriage. I have grown in the marriage. And I have grown through most of the challenges we have faced in our marriage.
Right.
You get. So as it stands now, I have appreciated my husband and I'll continue to appreciate him. You understand? Because if he hadn't had that conviction that in God's own appointed time, He will do it.
Wow.
This delay in conception would have created a whole lot of problem.
Apostle, this thing is getting me excited. It's exciting that there was a prophecy, viral prophecy about your childbirth. Names were mentioned and all of that. You are the prophet. You prophesy as well. If the prophet gave this word, even though God spoke to you, another prophet gave this word. You didn't see it necessary to go see him.
See, when we marry, you don't just marry a man. The man you marry is not just a husband. He represents some pillars in the family.
That's right.
One of the pillars he represents is the high priest.
Okay.
So we are not just marrying men and women. We are married men who will become high priests, who will lead us to the throne of God.
Okay.
Number two, we are marrying men who becomes a prophet, who becomes
The priest.
who intersect between divinity and humanity, who can tell you that thou sayest God. When the Lord came to Abraham, he said, Abraham, carry your son and give me a sacrifice.
That's right.
So if Abraham was not prophetic, how will you know? So in Genesis chapter 20, Bible said that Abraham was a prophet.
Wow.
So not because he's a prophet as an office of the prophet, but he became a prophet in the home. So every man you are marrying, you must make sure he's prophetic.
Okay.
You must make sure he has an office of a priest.
Absolutely.
So then now in marriage, God is telling me something, and God is, or someone is saying something elsewhere. So the question is, will my wife listen to the prophet of the house or the prophet on TV?
My point is this. Okay, maybe the prophet, whatever he said is harmless. He actually mentioned your name. Well, if he said to mention even the dress she was wearing, described there. So maybe, God is indeed revealing. The same God who spoke to you was probably revealing your challenge to him.
Sure.
Okay, so that's where I'm coming from. So why didn't you go and see that? Or we're so sure that while God has spoken, yes, he has shown it to you, but while God has spoken, he has spoken, and it surely come to pass.
Exactly what you're saying. But in the school of prophetic, God spoke to a young servant that when you go, if they present you food, don't eat.
Yeah.
An old prophet came and said, I just heard God. God said eat. So you must be able to hear for yourself.
Okay.
When you hear for yourself, it will tame down your anxiety and build your faith.
That's
so
true.
Everybody goes through marital problems. But the question is, what is God telling you about your challenge? If God should speak to you about your challenge, there are a lot of places you will stop going. See a lot of people running up and down. You have no child, 5 years, they're running up and down. My husband is this, they're running. What is God saying? We don't take time to listen to the Almighty God, what He's saying. The third partner in marriage is God. And yet you are running looking for God where there is no God.